Good morning, people. It is November 6th, almost 9 o'clock in the morning. 52 degrees outside. Been warming up a little bit, actually. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer the next 3 days as well. So I don't know what's going on with our weather, but we had a couple of fall days, but we've been sneaking some summer stuff back in here a little bit. Yeah, I think the next 3 days is supposed to be mid to upper 70s again, and we're in November. Anyway, thought I'd start talking to you guys out here at the road. Tell you what plan is today. The guy that cut the road in still has his excavator here. He's gonna, I think the plan was he was gonna get that picked up today. We got the road in here. Had a meeting with Roger yesterday. He wants me to smooth this out better. He wasn't too happy that it's not completely flat. I'm okay with it. But I will try to do what I can to help flatten it out a little bit. But today's plan is to mow the property again. I did that back portion yesterday. I want to go ahead and get this all done so that I can get the implements, get the bush hog off, and then I'll put probably the box scraper on the back, which I haven't used yet, to help flatten this road out a little bit. I think I might leave the box scraper on there for a while. I'm not sure. We'll see if I need the backhoe or not when I'm putting the foundation in. He suggested I go ahead and refocus on keep cutting all the trees that the guy ripped out for me. Cut all that up, trim it all up, and get it thrown over in the stack of wood so I don't have that sitting around. So, and like I said, tomorrow Roger's leaving for I think a little over a week or something, so I will be on my own as far as I kind of call him my property, well, let's see, property manager kind of, or the project manager. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so we'll be mowing back here in this area, and then I'll go up front and mow up there. In fact, I'm kind of looking, I might not even really need to mow all this because I've been hitting this when I can, like every day that I come back with a tractor. I'll lower the bush hog or just mow it wherever I'm going, kind of. So, and we're getting an early start. I don't know if you noticed, I said it's almost 9 o'clock because time changed now. I'm a kind of guy that wakes up with the sun, so I woke up kind of early today, an hour earlier, and didn't notice that yesterday. I probably did that yesterday too and didn't put 2 and 2 together. But a lot of these days Val has been doing an early shift, so I might be able to get out here a little bit earlier and get stuff done and then get back to her. So it's interesting how the time change and all that stuff works. So yeah, I just got a little bit to do in here. I'm not going to hit all this because some of it's down. I'm going to check here. I had this nice piece of cardboard when I did my oil change, and I ran this pretty good yesterday. No leaks there. Let's see, no leak there. No leak there. No leak there. No leak there. All right, everything's looking good. I don't see anything leaking from the oil. So I think I can relax and know everything's working all right. Well, that's a good feeling. So gonna go ahead and untarp this guy and get going. Alright guys, I decided to go ahead and do the chainsawing. This is what we're getting into. A lot of brush mixed in there, but some wood as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start at this end and start doing whatever I can do. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it a day on the chainsawing. I did a couple of tanks full and it's bigger stuff and a big mess. I wasn't real happy in the fact that I kind of found out I had piled brush there and he put the trees on top of it. So I'm fighting piles of brush that are within the piles of trees. So I wasn't too happy about that, but it's just a portion of it. Anyway, I did some. And I think I'm going to take my oil and hydraulic fluid that when I did the 50-hour change this weekend, going to take that into recycle. But while I was driving the tractor around, I was looking here at the glass for hydraulic fluid, and I'm not seeing any registering there. I feel like I put a good 4 gallons in there, but I just quickly Googled how to check that. It says put your tractor flat, let it sit for about 3 or 4 minutes after you turn it off, and put your implements down. So I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes, and if nothing goes there, I'm gonna go ahead and keep adding some more fluid. All right, that's starting to teach me how to maintain the tractor a little bit. Up until 50 hours, I really didn't research anything or check anything out. And I learned all about the greasing and all that stuff on this change. So now I'm going to start keeping my eye out for stuff. I checked the oil before I started this morning just to make sure nothing was leaking. So it's all looking good, but the hydraulic fluid's looking a little low still. All right, I added some more fluid there, brought it up about halfway. I feel like I put another probably close to ½ gallon. I still have in this bucket, I still have some, so I guess it just took more than I thought it would. I thought it was going to be about 4.5 gallons, but anyway, I'll keep an eye on it, make sure we keep that up to par. Alright guys, leaving the property about 2 o'clock. I did a little digging on where the foundation's going to go with the front loader, just to see if what it'll do. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, I have a feeling. It gets stuff up, but I think it would be nice if I get a little bit of rain and maybe it'll soften it up a little bit. Yeah, and I was just using the front loader. I don't know, maybe backhoe would do better. I'll definitely be doing some experimenting this next week. I have a feeling I should just focus on that instead of doing other stuff where I won't have that done by the time Roger gets back. Other thing is, I have all this oil and oil filters, hydraulic fluid and all that stuff to go to recycling. I've never done that before, you know, as far as I've never had a tractor, I've never changed the oil and stuff, and where do I take stuff? I usually always just go to an oil change place for my car and don't do any of that. So forgive me in my ignorance of where to take oil in my research and stuff. I saw that AutoZone usually takes it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just build a rapport with the transfer station out here, and if I'm ever in AutoZone for something else, I'll ask them at that time. I'm not sure if there's one in the town close to me, so I'm just gonna go out to the transfer station. They said they have a place I can dump it there, so I'm gonna go out there and check it out. Alright guys, trying to figure this out. You back up over here, it says oil. I guess I dump oil in here, and I think that says antifreeze and coolant over here. And I asked, can I dump hydraulic fluid with the oil, and they said yeah. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. feel like I've researched somewhere that says you're not supposed to put that hydraulic fluid in there, but I'm not seeing another location for it. I got an empty barrel over here. I don't know if maybe that's where it's supposed to go. I see one bucket up there of tractor fluid, but I don't have anywhere else to put this because this is a bucket I keep. Him again the next time I come here if I can do that, because I just don't know. I don't want to make a boo-boo. I want to do things right, but the girl up front didn't even know and had to call somebody else. Hopefully I did right. Hey, good morning guys. It is November 7 and it is about 10 o'clock in the morning. I kind of hem-hawed around this morning. Actually, I didn't hem-haw around. Val had to actually work in Spartanburg, South Carolina today, so she had a little bit of a commute. We don't leave too far. I think it's about a 40-something minute drive there, but when you're used to only being like less than 15 minutes to work, she had to get up early, and that kind of woke me up a little bit and couldn't go back to sleep. So I decided, hey, nobody's around. I'm going to get up and do some editing. And I can spend more time with her at night when she's back. So took a little time to get out here. Then I had to stop and get diesel for the tractor. I wanted to let you know that's another thing for you guys who are debating on what kind of tractor to get, or in the market, or thinking long term or whatever. It's nice to know that I don't have to tow this in somewhere to get fuel all the time, or have a big tank in the back of my truck or whatever. So I think that thing is about 6 gallons because it starts to get low, and I just go in and I don't even get tractor fuel because there's not any like close to me. But if there is close to you, you'll save a few cents anyway. You just get regular diesel, but it'll be dyed red. But yeah, 20-something bucks, and 20-something bucks later, I've got a 5-gallon tank, and just get up here and pour it in to the tractor. Makes things easy. Alright, well, I'm putting diesel in here. Thought I'd go ahead and fill you in on what the plan is today. I'm going to try and disconnect the bush hog on my own and put the box scraper on there and try to do all that on my own, see if I can get it done, build my confidence. And yeah, Roger wasn't too happy with the road. He wants me to flatten out a few spots, and he took off today to California, so I'm on my own for a little over a week. But yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out if I can flatten the high spots. And then after that, if I have time, feel like it, whatever, I'll go back here and start digging where the foundation's going to be. And I may be getting help from Nicole's boyfriend tomorrow, Bryn. So I'm saving the wood cutting for tomorrow because that's a much quicker job when there's 2 people. Changing gears a little bit. This is what the diesel looks like. I don't know if you can see, it's almost full. That was a 5-gallon tank, and just about filled it up. So yeah, I'm gonna go work on this box scraper, see if I can get things disconnected and connected. Okay guys, I'll document this as best I can. If I sit there and have to move the camera around for every single thing, it'll take me forever, but I believe that I need to disconnect here, which I already just now took one pin off. Disconnect that pin and disconnect this pin. That's 3 points, right? And then disconnect this that stays with the bush hog, back up over there, 3 points, hook up. That's the plan. All right, this was really easy. I've disconnected everything, but the thing that I'm having a little bit of an issue with is getting these off. So I need to lift and raise that till it gets easy to fall off. Okay, a couple key things that I learned right there was if you can have like a rock or something like this so you can rest on your low side, unless you got lucky and got a flat spot, but mine was not. You can rest that on there and it'll give you enough play in order to pull these off. The other thing to think about is when you initially hook these up, I still might have too much play, I don't know, but it kind of worked in my favor to have this much play because I was able to actually pull this off of the pins. And I feel like had I had it really tight, I would have had to disconnect these or disconnected here. It would have been disconnected somewhere, one or two places. So the fact that there was enough play, that really came in handy. I hope it comes in handy here and these aren't too far apart and that I'll be able to just put these on real easy as well. Okay guys, that was not that hard. It was a little tricky. And basically, once you get this guy hooked in here, you can kind of lift the 3-point up and down until one of them falls into place. And then once you get one into place, then you can get the other one into place. Just kind of finagling back and forth. Not too bad. One thing to keep in mind, first of all, these cotter pins are a joke. I mean, how's that really going to hold and it breaks off? You'll never find it. I really like the system they used on here, and I don't know why they didn't put a nice heavy duty one of those on a bush hog who's like, you know, a monster. The thing's heavy as can be. Anyway, I threw everything in this box as to not lose it, and I put everything back together. Well, there's a little hole here, and so I lost the one pin. Thank goodness I don't need it because it goes to this. But I would suggest if you ever have a bush hog with all these cotter pins to have a bag of extra ones. I think I got this thing hooked up. Went pretty easily. Okay guys, I thought I'd go ahead and try it here on this berm. That's pretty cool. Okay guys, I'm just getting kind of detailed about this. I know I'm showing all kinds of little clips, but I'll fill this thing out as I don't know, it's not too bad actually. But the one thing I had a problem with my bush hog was that it was really hard to keep this flat. And then of course you're going like over dips and bumps and stuff, you know, hills and all this stuff, and so it's hard to keep it flat on that. And it would adjust. And this guy right here, so this is your solid and this is your adjustment right here. So this is how you adjust this side up and down to match the other side. I just carry around a screwdriver I stick in here and I use it to turn this, and that's how you bring it up. So as you saw, I was on that berm, it seemed to be only digging in one side, and that's just because I have it kind of loosey-goosey. It's not firm, and I was probably on a slant. The guy that I bought it from said you do want it a little bit loose because if you have it really firm, he's seen those just snap off. So you want it to have a little bit of play so it can bounce back and forth and work its way around anything that's solid. So that's a thought to think about. And then also these tines, really awesome that I can adjust these how I want them, but easy often on pins, and so that's cool. So I'll go around and play with that. I think these tines are just like a little set up right now, just a little bit below the grade there, so they're just tearing up a little bit. But I'm guessing if I want to fine finish, if these come up one more hole, that would be fantastic, and get them completely off the ground and just use that flat box scraper. Okay guys, I just now adjusted this a little bit,
I think that I'll pull over to the other side of the road there and see if that flattens out. So I'll have the high side in the middle and the low side to the outside of the, so I end up kind of creating something like this in the middle, kind of so the water can run off. So leave a high side. All right guys, I think I'm done trying to smooth this road out. I've gone up and down it many times, doing the best I can. Learned a few tricks, and I think there's probably some more tricks. But that's gonna do it for today, and then I'll let it settle and we'll run over it, and then I'll probably hit it one more time before Roger gets back, see where it's settled and where the high spots are. Now I'm gonna go down and start digging in where the footers and the foundation are gonna go. All right guys, I'm experimenting and figuring out what works on starting to knock out this dirt. Surprisingly, I'm sure, you know, there's plenty of you that can correct me. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm using this box scraper to take this top layer off, and it's working really well. It's knocking it down, and then I pull it out to the outside, and then I think I'll drop those tines, just keep dropping them down and dropping them down. I've tried the bucket already, not extensively or perfected any technique, but this box scraper is doing better than the front loader was. So I'm gonna keep trying this for a little bit, and then I'll just keep experimenting, try to block the front loader in certain ways and just see what happens. All right guys, I've decided to, I've been just scraping grass over there now. Some of it where it's kind of loose or going up over a hill, it digs in pretty decent, but I've dropped it down. So it came factory 3 holes. I'm dropping it down 1 hole, and we'll see what happens till I get down. I didn't know if I want to go all the way all at once. Who knows, I could go either way, but I feel like if I went all at once I could chug it. So a little bit at a time, and I'm hoping that once I get down a certain depth, the dirt will be a little looser. So that's would eliminate going over with a box scraper constantly, I think, because if I keep doing that, I'm just pounding down the dirt with the tractor. But right here, getting the top layer off, I'm going to try it and keep digging in, and then start using the front loader to dig in as well. All right, we'll see how it goes. So we're getting pretty good chunk coming out, pulling down every time. Let's get down here to the bottom and pick up the thing and let it up. All right guys, it is 3:30 and we're at ground zero here. I smoothed out the road today, and then for the rest of the time I've been just cleaning and cleaning this. It's hard to just use a front loader when you can just keep dragging that box scraper and it just keeps pulling layer after layer off. So I've done a little bit of both. Well, I did mostly box scraper, but I did some front loader here, and then of course I use it to start piling up stuff. But yeah, I feel like even though I didn't go down a lot, I feel like I made some progress. I don't know, you can see that I've done something. But at that back stake over there has got to be about 4.5 feet below a middle stake out there that's labeled 0. So it's going to be a while before I'm to where I need to be. And I also have that backhoe, and I'm not sure if that would be a better option or not. But right now I just keep dragging dirt. Seems to be working. So I'm pretty happy with that. This little tractor is doing a job, I'll tell you. It is doing something else. It might be taking me longer to do stuff, but it's doing quite a good job. Pretty happy with it. I'm thinking of a nickname for this tractor. I have one in mind. I just been waiting to announce it. It's probably something that's already been taken, but I never heard of it, and I just kind of came to mind one day. So if it fits and I decide to keep it, I'll let you guys know. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow or the next time I'm out here.